Okay, so I do apologise. I've not actually got my webcam anymore. I've actually had to lend it to someone. So I'm going to have to show you the prints. Now this is a print called left lower leg. And if we just flip that over, we can see that that's got an L3 on it. Usual settings. This is going to be a big print. And that is going to take, I believe, just short of 10 hours. Yeah, there we go, 9 hours 47 minutes. And what we can actually do is we can show this off quite easily. Let me just move that. There we go. So this is what it'll look like printing. I can actually show you the whole thing. You've actually got a new feature in Cura where you can actually watch the whole thing print. Will still take a long time, but this basically shows you where the nozzles are going to go, so you can look at any potential problems. But I'm just going to look at it layer by layer, and you can see it's building up there. Now the blue sections are supports, so this is just under 10 hours with supports. You shouldn't need to print it with supports, but I have. Okay, so the next two prints that we're going to do is 2 in 1, and that's 2 of the plates. There's one, that's the left horseshoe plate and the right horseshoe plate. I just want to move these, there we go. You won't get all 3, well, I can't get all 3 horseshoe plates onto one build plate, so I've had to do them in 2 batches. But this is the left and the right, and they will take just under 3 hours. And then if I clear these, we will then put the top one in, which is left horseshoe plate top. You can see that's quite large, and this will take just under, well, about 2.5 hours. Okay, so we'll start off with our piece from last week. This is the shoulder joints, and last week, if you remember, we glued in the magnet. And what I've done is I've just added 3 more magnets, just to keep a space. I was going to file these down this week, but I'm actually going to put that off until we've got the piece that goes on top. Otherwise what will happen is we need to get the sizes for the 2 to fit, so I'm going to leave that until we get to it. So we have this week, this is the piece that we printed, the lower leg, and this is the piece with the, you see you've got the L3, and that's all that's going to do is that's going to slide into there like so, and that's just going to extend the leg a little bit. We're now having a bit of a problem with the camera because it can only get so much in. So over the next couple of weeks we'll add to this until we get to the foot. Now the other pieces that we've done are the horseshoe plates, and these are these pieces here. This is the top, and you can see we've got a little ridge in there, and the same with the left and the right. We've got a little ridge. These are just to help it line up. So you see there you've got some holes in, that's where the magnets are going to go. So that piece is going to go there, and this piece goes in the middle. You can see that there's nice little dovetails here, so we can line them up, and then they will stick in there. There will also be the main horseshoe will go on top of this. So the horseshoe is actually a 6-piece print. The prints are going to get a bit large. And there we go, that goes on like that. Now the reason that this is removable is we're going to have a motor is going to come out of here. This is where the body's going to be, and the motor's going to come out, I believe. And that gives us the option of a chain or a belt driven So obviously the motor sits here, sticking out like that. That's going to go round and round, and there's going to be a belt that goes all the way down there into the foot and back, I believe. There's also going to be wires that are going to be able to go down here, and should you actually need to access them, this is the panels that you can remove to get them off. So that's the pieces that we've done. Now I'm tempted to stick this together, but I gotta be honest with you, I think I might just wait another week. Just make sure that the next piece that comes down here isn't connected in. Actually, we will have to wait, and I'll tell you why. What we're going to have to do next week, we've got some panels. That's just come off. That's not going to be a problem. We've got some panels that are going to go there. This is going to extend this lovely arch all the way down. It's also going to add support to these. You see at the moment it's only connected there. By adding another plate across here, it's going to add additional support, and then likewise we've got a plate that comes the full length of here, and that's going to add support to these, so that it's not only just attached with these dovetails. So I think it's going to be best if we print those off next week. It's going to slow down the horseshoe print, but you know, that's the way it's going to have to go. So I think what we'll do next week is we'll print these panels off, and then maybe the top piece of the horseshoe, and then the week after we'll do the two sides, and then we'll do the next piece that comes down here, and then that will give us enough to actually start some work on the leg. So yeah, I apologise, there's no actual work going into it this week, but there will be next week. Okay, so the last pieces that we're going to print today is going to push us over budget, but if we don't print them, we're not going to get them done. So this is ring 2 pieces 18 and 18A. It is a large print. It's quite an expensive print, but it's mainly because we've had to work on the legs that we're kind of going over budget here. So this is again usual 0.3 mil, and this is going to take 12 hours and about 13 hours. So if we see how this builds up in the usual way, it's a pretty straightforward print really. You can see that the plate 8A is just basically a flat plate. 18, it builds up, and then you have this piece that goes off at an angle. Obviously that's going to become a curve, and it's quite an interesting print actually. It does look rather nice. So there it is coming towards the end, and there we go. So what we have here is piece number 18. Now this will look similar to piece number 9, which I believe we've done in a previous episode. So this is going to build up the shoulder joint, and this is piece 18A. Now I'm not 100% sure about this. This feels a little bit weak. It might be sufficient, so I may need to do some reprints on this, which I will do off camera if the time comes. But yeah, these are the two pieces, and that will obviously, it doesn't look much on its own. There's a collection of pieces to do this, and that will go in something like that. Okay, so let's have a look at the costings. Okay, so last week we finished with a budget of £46.46. Obviously we had £10 for this week. Now the left lower leg was quite a large print at £3.93. The horseshoe plates, the left and the right, cost 93 pence combined, and the top of the horseshoe plate was 83 pence. The LEDs that we did right at the beginning, I've estimated those at 25 pence. As I've explained on previous videos, I can't give you an exact price because for example, the LEDs are part of a set of 750 and you've got lengths of wire, so that's only an estimate. Now the two pieces 18 and 18A from ring 2 combined, they are £4.73. This means that we've gone over budget by 67 pence, which is a slight concern because that's 2 weeks now we've gone over budget, and we are trying to build up the funds for some of the more expensive items, but we still have £45.79 for the project. So that's it. So next week we'll continue on the leg. We'll continue to print off pieces for ring 2, and we'll carry on with all the small things, and hopefully my video editing skills will improve on this new software. So thanks for bearing with me, and I will speak to you another time.